Hello, it's Jess. I'm so excited to show you the food and theming at Walt's, an American restaurant. I'll also talk about why I think it is the best restaurant in Disneyland Paris. Here's how we rated it. I'll also talk about whether it's worth it later in the video. This elegant table service restaurant is located in Disneyland Park on Main Street, USA, and pays homage to Walt Disney. The restaurant's location on Main Street, USA is an excellent setting as the design of the Main Street, USA is inspired by Walt Disney's hometown in Marceline, Missouri. The restaurant is one of the more expensive restaurants in Disneyland Paris with the €3 rating for the price range. It serves American cuisine with European influences. The beautiful exterior of this restaurant already sets the atmosphere for what's to come. As you enter into the lobby of the restaurant, we see a beautiful grand piano and the entrance to Lily's Boutique, a shop inspired by Walt Disney's wife Lily, and the bust of Walt Disney. I absolutely love the theming of this restaurant. It is a tribute to the life and work of Walt Disney, and there are lots of references dotted throughout the restaurant. There are photos of Walt as you proceed upstairs to be seated to your table, like this photo of him doing a presentation of the Magic Kingdom in 1954. The decor feels very luxurious and sophisticated. The rooms are all themed differently, and there are 4 rooms reflecting Disneyland Park's 4 different lands: Fantasyland, Adventureland, Discoveryland, and Frontierland. There is also a room themed on the Disneyland Hotel and the Grand Canyon. Each room is carefully designed, like this Gothic-style room with a Fantasyland theme. I love the detail they've put into this room, from the fabric on the chairs to the lights. The Adventureland room features sketches of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and has an oriental style to it. We were seated in the Grand Canyon room and it was amazing. I just loved the stained glass, and even the detail on the ceiling was amazing. We were also seated by the window, so we watched the parade from the restaurant, which was fantastic. I highly recommend. Let's talk about the menu. When we visited Walt's, it was part of our meal plan, and a 3-course meal was €55, which is around £49. With wine included, it is €75, which is around £67. The options on the menu are carefully selected to reflect Walt's favorite dishes. First, we are served with some bread and butter, and the soft drink is included as part of the meal plan. For starters, we had the sweet corn soup. This was one of Walt's favorite meals. This version served at the restaurant is topped with smoked popcorn as a nod to Walt loving to snack on popcorn in the parks. I also love how they serve it. We really liked the flavor of the soup. I tried the chicken pot pie with a crunchy vegetable salad, which was great, and the portion was very large in my opinion. The chicken is served in a crispy filo pastry, and there's a Mickey Mouse shaped biscuit on top. Moving on to the Discoveryland themed room. This room has a stunning feature which quickly grabs your attention as you enter. Above the fireplace there is a golden model of Nautilus. Jules Verne, the French novelist, poet, and playwright, had a strong influence on Discoveryland, and so this room displays illustrations from his books. His famous novels include Journey to the Center of the Earth, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Around the World in 80 Days. This room is themed on the Disneyland Hotel and features sketches which inspired the architecture of the hotel. Moving on to the mains, we tried the roast chicken breast with mashed sweet potato, green asparagus, and pan-fried jam lettuce. This dish was my favorite out of all the mains that we tried. The chicken was very tender and the flavors of the dish were great. On the menu, they have details of how the dishes link to Walt. I thought it was a really nice touch, and for this dish in particular, it turns out he loved chicken as long as it came with gravy and just one vegetable as a side. I had the mac and cheddar cheese with pastrami, as I was curious about the Asian twist with the shiitake mushroom. The mac and cheese was tasty, but there wasn't really a strong flavor from the shiitake mushroom. The chili con carne comes with tortilla chips, cheddar, and Isigny creme fraiche, red onion, coriander, white rice, and kidney beans. This dish is another of Walt's favorites, and it was very flavorful. I like the presentation of this dish, and the chili comes separately in what looks like a can. I also like that there is a reference to France with the Isigny creme fraiche. Fun fact, they added the Isigny creme fraiche as a nod to the Disney family's French roots. Disney's ancestors came from Isigny-sur-Mer, which is a small village on the Normandy coast, and over time, the Disney surname became anglicized to Disney. We also tried the Cajun spice Arctic char with wild rice. I liked the idea of this dish, but I feel like the fish itself didn't have much flavor. Moving on to the last room. This Frontierland room feels like it is a library and is themed after the haunted town of Thunder Mesa, and you can see decor relating to Big Thunder Mountain, Phantom Manor, and Thunder Mesa riverboats. For the tables here, they weren't part of a room, but actually this area used to be a waiting room. Now let's talk about dessert. I think all the options for dessert looked delicious. Let's start with the lemon meringue pie. This was delicious, just the right tartness from the lemon, and I love the Mickey Mouse shaped meringue. Next up is the pineapple upside down cake with vanilla infused Isigny creme fraiche. This featured in the menu as pineapple was one of Walt Disney's favorite fruits. I have to say that I normally don't like fruity cakes, so this one wasn't a favorite for us. The presentation of the Flower Street sundae was beautiful. They have 3 different ice cream flavors and they use edible flowers to decorate the sundae. You also have some meringue as well. It's quite a generous portion size. I wanted to try the celebration cake, which is a white chocolate mousse with strawberry and almond shortbread, but they had run out. Instead, the waiter suggested that I try the mini Mickey cake from the children's menu, which was similar. It was delicious. It has a Genoa sponge with milk chocolate mousse, orange stewed fruit, and crunchy cereal. As part of the meal plan, a soft drink is included, but there are other drinks available too, as you can see here. Overall, the whole experience was fantastic. I really liked the restaurant theming with the references to Walt's life and work, along with the thought that went into the menu so we could experience some of Walt's favorite dishes. The quiet, relaxed, and elegant atmosphere of the restaurant is such a welcome change compared to the hustle and bustle of the parks. Don't get me wrong, I love that too. But the service here was excellent, the waiter was very helpful and friendly, and I love that he volunteered to take me around the restaurant to hear more about the different rooms. All I had mentioned was that the decor in the rooms were really cool. I just haven't experienced anything like this at other restaurants in Disneyland Paris. The food was served promptly and the presentation of the food was great. Here's a tip for you. If you want more time to explore the rooms, I suggest making a reservation at 11:45 a.m. as it's quiet at that time so you can take pictures and have a tour without loads of people in the restaurant. We were also seated at a table right by the window at this time. Here's a summary of how we rated the restaurant, with 5 stars being very good. The theming is incredible. I could have spent a long time at this restaurant just looking at the carefully curated decor. In terms of the food quality and taste, I think it's 5 stars. Overall, most of the food here was delicious and fresh. We're not comparing it with Michelin star food, it's a comparison of the food at the restaurants in Disneyland Paris. So for that, because it's theme park food, I think it's fantastic. So I give it 5 stars. In terms of service, I would give it 5 stars. It's excellent, super friendly and helpful staff. They were very attentive. The waiter regularly checked in on us and we didn't feel rushed. In terms of value for money, if Walt's restaurant is part of the meal plan, then I definitely give it a 5. If it's not in the meal plan, I would give it 4 stars. Not only does it serve delicious food, with some dishes being very generous in portion sizes, you get amazing theming, so it's a must-try restaurant in Disneyland Paris for me. I would say it's not just a place to eat, but it's an experience to learn more about Walt Disney, the history, and also you have the added benefit of being able to watch the parades from your window. It's just a really special experience. For tips on how to make your meal plans worth it, check out this video. In terms of cleanliness, all the areas were really clean. I really hope that from this video you can see why I think this restaurant is the best restaurant in Disneyland Paris, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you are deciding what restaurant to eat at for your Disneyland Paris trip, don't forget to check out my review of the Pim Kitchen restaurant. Is it worth it? I definitely think it is. It's such a special experience, really memorable, and the restaurant has such a wonderful ambience. It's an absolutely charming restaurant with a lot of history. And another tip for you, Walt's is a very popular restaurant, so don't forget to book as early as possible. Fun fact, the initials of Walt Disney are throughout the restaurant, so don't forget to look out for them when you're next there. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to subscribe to see my other restaurant and hotel reviews at the Disney parks.